Hey everyone, welcome back to Mini Bike Mike's Garage and day 4 of the Great American Monkey 1000. If you've not seen them, there are 3 previous videos that covers days 1, 2, and 3 of the event. On day 4, we're heading south from Moab, Utah to Monticello, Utah. We're traveling alongside the Colorado River and currently on Cane Creek Road. Our first stop of the day will be at Hurrah Pass to take in all the beautiful scenery that it offers, the overlook there at Hurrah Pass. We will then travel to the trailhead at Chicken Corners. Chicken Corners Trail was a 20-plus mile out and back, and after our failed attempt to reach top of the world on day 3 on an out and back, we decided to pass on doing Chicken Corners and kept heading toward Lockhart Basin. And that's where we spent the majority of our day, traveling through the canyon and washes and the rocks of Lockhart Basin. We eventually emerge and come out at Newspaper Rock and then on into Monticello. Our journey for today took us somewhere around 95 miles. If you've watched the previous 3 videos on the Great American Monkey 1000, you know that from day 1, I struggled with the front forks that I had put on my bike. I did not have them set up correctly. I did not have the right weight oil, or the quantity of oil was not right. I'm not really exactly sure what went wrong, but they were a very, very harsh ride. So on the beginning of day 4 that you're watching here, I got up really early that morning and decided I needed to make a change. So I drained out some of the oil, what oil I could get out of the forks, and replaced with, I just used motor oil that I was carrying with me for the bike. It seemed to work okay. I probably put a little bit too much in. The forks were a little bit stiff, but at least they weren't just bottoming out and just banging on every bump that I hit along the trail. Because I took the time on day 4, the morning of day 4, to do that, I did not get an intro filmed for this particular video, and that's why you're getting the voiceover. By the time I got the oil change, it was time to meet the guys for breakfast, and by the time we were done with breakfast, it was time to hit the trail. So that's why you're getting the voiceover. Most of my videos tend to lean toward showing more of the interactions among the riders and the people that we run across while we're riding. But on this particular day, the road you're seeing us on, we rode for many miles to get to the Lockhart Basin, and it was not a technical road. We had no real reason to get off of the bike. We were able to just cruise along. So that did not give me the opportunity to, for us to stop and chit chat and, get some interactions among the other guys I was with. So this video is a little different from most. It's going to have a little more ride footage and less of the interactions than what I would probably prefer. But I hope you enjoy the scenery. It really was beautiful. Once we hit the Lockhart Basin, then you'll start seeing some more interactions among myself and the guys. The same thing kind of happens at the end of the video. We have a rather long stretch of asphalt that we get to ride on as we're going into Monticello. And again, no real reason to stop other than we do make a stop at Newspaper Rock for a little bit of maintenance. So I got some footage there of talking to the guys, but I apologize if you're not into the scenery and into the ride footage, but that's what you're getting for day 4 of the Great American Monkey 1000. We've made our first stop for the day. We are at Hurrah Pass. We're right at 10 miles in on the trip for day 4. I believe Hurrah Pass is somewhere around 4,150 feet in elevation, and it has this nice little lookout where you can stop and just view the scenery, the red rocks out in front of you. I really don't know what happened with the audio on this particular video. I'm guessing maybe my helmet was still connected to my phone and the phone did not pick up the audio for some reason. I'm not really sure, but that's why you're getting another voiceover. But I hope you enjoy the view of the red rocks from Hurrah Pass.
Sorry for my heavy breathing. We just came from Chicken Corners, the turnoff for the Chicken Corners, and man, were we feeling good. We thought, boy, we got this. We knew that the entrance to Lockhart Basin was challenging, and we came over this little hill here, and we came, and it's not going to show how deep this is. And this wasn't bad. We could get the bikes up, but we hit this, which is a couple feet tall. And so we had to help each other with the bikes, bump up and over that. And then we got up here a little farther. Somebody before us had stacked some rocks. We restacked more, but we had to jump up on this thing. And then we had one more right there below where Patrick's standing. But as you can see, the bikes are all on top. We did it. Good teamwork, guys. Well, we're gonna take a little break, and then we'll see what the trail presents itself with as we go. As we take our break here at the entrance to Lockhart Basin, we're just kind of sitting around chatting. I got looking around at the view. Look where we're at. I don't think I can zoom out with the forward-facing camera. Isn't this so cool? We're gonna go up this trail right here and over that hill. One of the guys went and scouted it. He said it kind of drops down into a wash. Shouldn't be too bad, but yeah, isn't that neat? Reminds me, Amy and I were in Sedona, Arizona. Her grandparents built a house there in the early 60s, and then her parents lived there, and now her brother lives there. We lived there for a couple years when we were taking care of her parents the last couple years of their lives, and this red rock really reminds me of that area. Got another one where we need help? Come on, buddy. I don't know about going to the right. I think you'll go the same way he did. Yeah, I don't try it. See what you think. It just is so off camber. Yeah. All right, try it. Whatever you feel comfortable with. Oh, look at you. Oh, man. Yeah, you're tall enough. You got it. Got it. I got her, boys. Well, who would have guessed that? Oh my God. Yeah, I think that's the way to go over there. Yeah, you go around there first. I'll come right behind you. Then we'll come get Pat. Call Matt. Have him shift you some real quick. Yeah, actually, yeah. Tell John to work on taking his off his bike. We'll meet him in Monticello. Sure. Hey, come here. Hey, wait a minute. Can one of you guys come and move these two rocks?
What's your call?
Yeah, Johnny, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, I would say maybe even move more of these after I get out of the way. I'm down, hold on. Go back up, there we go. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we've come up out of the canyon, Pat. Oh my gosh, this is our third or fourth stop in the Lockhart Basin.
Yeah. We're literally dragging bikes uphill.
We are. This is not a trail to go from north to south, because you're traveling up out of the wash or the basin or whatever up into there. We've had to carry, or not carry, but we've had to push each other's bikes multiple times. And just about time we thought, okay, we're done. Then we hit another one.
The corner and there's another
So I'm going to jinx us and say, I think we're just about done with all. I think it's smooth sailing from here, fellas. Right?
What we can see. From what we can see.
Look at that view out there, though. Wow. Now, seriously, people, we're pooped. That was tough. But all the bikes are, and the Polaris are on top of the hill. Johnny. Woo! Johnny was looking at sky, weren't you, Johnny?
I don't know what you're missing, Johnny.
No.
Yeah.
Even he had to work that one.
Yeah. John Brees, when you watch this, buddy, you missed out. All right. Again, I know that film's not going to do this justice, but we just came up here, came up through, had to split these two big rocks. Should have seen Johnny in the Polaris. He had to stay to the right and basically straddle that one, try and miss this big one over here. But and then get up a little bit more there, and then to the flat up there. And then the trail actually curves around and follows the side. So I think, gosh, I don't want to jinx this, but I hope we're out of the rough stuff being down out here out of this canyon. One last little short video segment before we leave this Lockhart Basin, where we just came up here. Standing here talking, issue with what we were having to do. I built my bike. I didn't put any bags on the side, and I did it because I didn't want to cover the bike up, not because,
Not because you had any reason.
Yeah, not for a reason. I just didn't want the bags. I wanted people to see the bike. And what do you think, Pat? Was having no side bags easier, or?
Absolutely, yeah. Because when you try to walk the bike up there, the
Yeah.
bike can't get ahead of you.
Yeah, you're just squeezing through a crevice between two rocks. So we wound up actually taking the bags off of Pat's, because the bag was sticking out almost a foot on each side there, right?
Yeah, and you can't, if you can't walk fast when the bag's going, you can't get the bike in front of you.
Right, because then you're running into the bag, or the bag's running into the back of your legs. Yeah. So Stuart's aren't as wide.
Now his
And then
kind of slide around you.
Yeah, I went with no bags, which I feel like made it pretty easy for me to stand and just kind of walk the bike up. So if I ever do this again, I think I will, again, avoid putting any kind of side bags on.
Absolutely.
This is too good to pass up here. On the left, so it doesn't drop back down anytime soon. No. I like the route we're doing here. It's been working. Let's don't change anything. If you run across something and you need some knucklehead to try first, let me know and I'll do it.
We met up just like they said, on Hondas and clones from 1972, painted white and blue and red. We had big dreams of the Moab trails and to ride for a while with a spark plug wrench and our camelbacks. We hit the road in style. We rode through the desert on our bikes with no shame. It felt good to be out there again. When we're riding, we've all forgotten our names, 'cause we bounced so hard that it rattled our brains. As the sun beat on our balding heads, I knew I'd forgotten my meds. And our swing arms made a crackling sound as we crossed another riverbed. Then we followed a crow to the end of the day, and I think it was Mike who said, we rode through the desert on our bikes with no shame. It felt good to be out there again. While we're riding, we've all forgotten our names, 'cause we bounced so hard that it rattled our brains. After 5 days, we heard we'd lost some men to a diner and a motel bed. And then Pat said, I think I've cracked my spine, so Johnny took the lead instead. We just kept rolling through the dust and the heat while the buzzards circled above. We had sore knees and cramping feet, and John hit 40 on a downhill run. You see, we rode through the desert on our bikes with no shame. It felt good to be out there again. While we're riding, we've all forgotten our names, 'cause we bounced so hard that it rattled our brains.
Guys, everybody, I don't even know where we're at. We're still 40 miles from Monticello. We've pulled over. Stuart's doing a little maintenance, tightening up some things on his. I noticed a bad vibration on mine. The bottom engine bolt the bolt's still in there, but I don't know if I've got the nut yet. I can't see it because the chain guard. And then I noticed that the rear shock was actually bowed and up against the other one, and went like that with my foot, and the whole thing just fell apart. So I broke that rear. I wonder if it just came unthreaded.
No kidding. So we can put it back together.
Maybe. I wonder if unless it pulled the threads out of that thing, which it might have done. I don't know. I don't know how that would come unthreaded. It probably pulled the threads out of there. But oh well. Hey, we'll stick that back in there. And here,
Yeah,
oh, there it is. There we go. There we go. Oh, not got our ain't got my thinking cap on right now.
Well, we're tired and
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll have to fix that when I get to Monticello.
When we emerged from the Lockhart Basin trail, we hit some pavement, and boy, was this a sight for sore eyes. Now, I have to share with you guys a mistake that I made on this day. I typically carried 4 28-ounce water bottles, Gatorade bottles with me on my bike. and they either had Gatorade or water in them. Well, on this day, I knew it was going to be a long day on the trail, and I was worried about fuel consumption, so I actually dumped out 2 of the water bottles and filled those with fuel. Now, that was a good idea because my main tank was 1.6 gallons, and that got me somewhere usually around 90 to 100 miles. But on this day, it ran out in 52 miles, so I was glad to have the extra fuel. The bad part was I did not have enough water or enough liquids and I dehydrated myself pretty badly by the time we reached Newspaper Rock. Luckily, a couple of my teammates had some spares that they could give me some extra water, but as you're going to see here in just a minute, watch this video closely. You can tell we're all out of water. We are running on a ragged end, and it really shows as I'm working on my bike to replace that nut on the bottom engine bolt. I'm sorry, guys, but I was just afraid this thing was going to let go or something before.
No, don't want your engine to fall out.
Yep, I remember the first trip up to Indiana. My engine bolts were all loose, and Mike used his handy-dandy Craftsman.
God, I wish I had that little some gun right now. Make short work of this, but now I got to use a ratchet.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
10 on there. 10
Honestly, we'll walk over and look at the drawings on the wall.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute here, so you got time. Oh boy, yeah, I'm blowing oil too.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh yeah. I'm she was getting hot or something.
So Mike, what's going on?
She was getting hot or something.
So Mike, what's going on?
Well, I've lost a bottom, the engine bolt. My engine is really vibrating. The bolt is still there. I'm not sure if there's a nut on it anymore. I can't tell because the chain guard, so I gotta get the chain guard off so I can see what's going on. And then, I don't know, I'm also dripping some oil, so it ain't looking good on this engine.
We just blew through about 20 miles of 45 miles an hour.
And we got 20 more miles to go. And the engine was vibrating so bad that I don't know, I was just a little afraid.
Do you need anything?
Yeah, let me figure out what size wrench I need. I might need you to hold a wrench here for me.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can sneak something up in there. All right, right here.
Okay.
See if you can hold that 10 millimeter. It's going to fall back off. See, it'll take the open end. See if you can hold that on that bolt head right
Good
there.
enough for you to get her tight.
Just for me to, yeah.
Go for it.
Sorry.
Oh.
Let's see. That's probably a 13 on this side. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh. Is it turning or am I?
No, you're just torquing the hell out of it.
Okay, let me go. I don't want to break it, but let's stop at that.
Yeah.
Let's call that good. All right. Thank you, sir. Here. Just throw it in that bag.
your shifter seal or something.
No, I think it's blowing it out the crankcase vent.
think so?
I think she's just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, from where it's dripping, I think it's
Out
just
the back
blowing it
there?
out the
Yeah.
out the vent. It's saying, "Oh man, you put me through the ringer today." Guys, I appreciate you letting me pull over. I really hope this vibration goes away and it's not something else. And I have to change an engine when I get there.
I had that same brake light on mine.
Did you?
I like it because it's got the turn signals built in.
Yeah.
I'm like, one less thing that's got to stick out. I actually got a headlight with turn signals in it too.
I looked at
that's
those.
cool.
So I didn't have to worry about anything
Yeah.
sticking out. Yeah, this was a long one, boys. It was a long day.
So far, every day has been a little bit more challenging than we expected, you know? Yeah. So I guess now we can expect that going forward.
All right. Hey, try this.
When we made the stop at Newspaper Rock to do the maintenance on my bike, I was unaware that my camera was still rolling until I edited this footage. I want to apologize to my teammates. I know that the video doesn't show any of us in our best light, but I really want to leave it in because I think it helps tell the tale of just how exhausting the journey of that particular day was. You can see it in our actions, you can hear it in our voices. We are pretty much running on a ragged line at that point. Newspaper Rock was 75 miles into our day, but it seemed like 750 miles. Now, fortunately, we only had about 20 more miles to go to Monticello, and as you can see in the video, it's all pavement. The interesting thing was it was all up also. I believe Newspaper Rock was at around 6,100 feet in elevation. And before this video ends, we're going to hit close to 9,000 feet. I think just shy, 89 something. A couple things of note in that elevation change. One, it got really cold at 9,000 feet. Not sure what the temperature difference was between 6,000 and 9,000, but it was definitely noticeable. The other thing of note was that how much wildlife we saw once we hit about 7,500 feet. Below that, hardly saw anything on this entire trip. But anytime we hit above 7,500 feet, all of a sudden we're seeing deer and cattle and turkeys and all kinds of things. Because of the two bikes in front of me, who's probably spooked the deer and so forth, you're not going to my camera probably didn't catch it, but maybe if you look really closely, you'll see something dart from the left or the right. Lastly, thing I want to hit on was the elevation and how the bikes ran. It was hard for me to tell because my bike had been running hot, and like I mentioned at Newspaper Rock, I was blowing some oil anyway, so I'm not exactly sure. The bike did not have as much power at 9,000 feet, and that probably plays a part because of the elevation, but also I think the bike was just really tired that particular day. I did not have any oil consumption problems the rest of the trip, thank goodness, and that bottom engine bolt, putting that nut on, did take away all of my vibration, so it basically fixed all the issues that I worried about when I asked the guys to pull over at Newspaper Rock. I want to jump in here and just make a couple comments before the video ends. When we're at Newspaper Rock, Stuart is laying on the sidewalk and he makes a comment, something along the lines of how each day had progressively gotten harder, 1 through 4. And boy, he wasn't kidding. They certainly did. Day 4 was the pinnacle of the event for us. It was the hardest day. I believe it was Johnny that said that day 4 was our Mount Everest. It was the most challenging, but yet most rewarding when we did finish it. I truly believe that had it not been for the struggles of days 1, 2, and 3, we may not have succeeded completing Lockhart Basin on day 4. If Lockhart Basin had come along in an earlier day, I have no doubt that we would have hit an obstacle and then decided, hey, let's turn around and find an alternate route to finish this. But having lived and survived through the first 3 days, I think it gave us the determination, the fortitude to finish day 4 on the path that we had set out to do. So, guys, thank you for a wonderful journey. Well, first of all, I'll apologize if you get a whole lot of road noise. I'm kind of sitting close to a main road here. This is the final end of day video for day number 4. I did not get a chance to make one yesterday when we rolled in for day 4. We were on the trail for 10 hours. We did 98 miles from Moab to Monticello doing the Lockhart Basin Trail. We had no cell service, so I really couldn't do shorts and those sorts of things, kind of keep people updated. By the time we got into Monticello, it was pretty late. We were all starving, so the meetup point for the Great American Monkey 1000 was a Mexican restaurant here in town. So we went over there, got a good dinner, came back to the hotel and went to bed. So I never really got to film an end of the day type of thing. So that's what I'm doing this morning. This is actually, I'm sitting here waiting for the morning of day 5 to get started. But what a day 4 was. I am just so impressed with my teammates, with Stuart and Johnny and Patrick. The amount of teamwork that it took for us to complete that 98 miles yesterday is just unbelievable. We had to push, shove, pick up, not really carry, but we had probably 5 different ledges that where we came up out of a wash and it was just nothing but rocky, and it was a lot of effort, really strenuous trail yesterday, but we did it, and we're pretty proud that we did do it. We were the first ones yesterday to complete it. I think maybe a couple other teams also, made it happen. So my hat's off to them for anybody, because I know a couple teams got to the first waterfall ledge thing that you had to go up, and they turned around and chose a different path. So to anybody that did that, you other Great American Monkey riders, congratulations. It was not without some carnage to the bikes. I find, this was the first day that I had some damage to mine. I've got it fixed up this morning. I got up early before daylight, and so my bike's back up and ready to go. But how I have the quad shocks on it. Well, on the left side, one of the shocks, the shock post, it unscrewed out of the little mounting base at the bottom, so it completely fell apart. So I was running on 3 shocks, which actually is a pretty comfortable ride. I didn't even know it was broken until we stopped and saw that things didn't look right. But I've got it fixed back up. I had a couple ground wires that were stretched a little too tight, and I think with all the bouncing and stuff, and they pulled loose, so I lost my brake light, tail light yesterday, so I've got that fixed back up. I lost the nut off of the bottom engine bolt, and so the engine was just crazy vibrating. So we got about 25 miles from our destination, and we were on a paved road, and I told the guys, I said, listen, we have to pull over. I've got to see if I can put a nut on that thing, because I think if I go another 25 miles, I'm just going to shake this thing apart. And so we found a very picturesque place to pull over called Newspaper Rock. It had a lot of petroglyphs. So while some of the guys went and took pictures of that, and hopefully I'll get them, you're seeing those in this video. They shared those pictures with me. So while they were getting those pictures, I worked on the bike and got it all fixed up. I'm using a lot of oil. I have run this bike hard. So I've burned through a quarter oil. I've had, well, you know what, maybe not a quart, because the quart it was underneath the seat and it got punctured a little bit. I did lose some of the oil out of it. So maybe 3/4 of a quart I've had to put in the bike in the first 4 days. So I've got to find another new quart of oil. But God, we're having a great time. This is so challenging, but so rewarding when you do finish these challenges. You just feel the accomplishment, and I could not ask for a better group of guys to be doing this with. We sit around the table at dinner time and just kind of go through the day's events in our mind and just belly laugh and have a great time. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm rambling on too much. Thanks for following. Catch you on the next one.